Okay, there we go. Hello again. Right now, let me get this changed. Something just came on. Okay, right now, it's Sunday, and we're getting ready for week 10, chapter 13 and 14. You'll have these two chapters to read, along with discussion board and quizzes. On giftedness and talent, and on early childhood special education. Both very interesting sections. You want to really think about what they are saying in both chapters. You will also want to make sure that you're keeping up with your DI collection. You should be up to about 20-25 items in the collection, and they should be put into different categories. So make sure you're looking at the rubric. Make sure that you're dividing your Pinterest board into sections so that I can see that you're completing the assignment. Let's go ahead and talk about last week. Doing this on Sunday morning, but here's what I can see. 2 of you have already completed your discussion boards for the week. Great job. And 7 of you have completed most of it. You just need one more to get going, or at least I'm giving you another day to get that finished up. It may mean that you've completed it all over one day or all over 2 days, and what I'm wanting to do is give you the chance to go ahead and get that into 3 days so that you have used it throughout the entire week. It looks like all of you but a couple have taken the quizzes. Great job there. It looks like we have an average of 9 with many 9s and 10s there, so great job. I hope right now I only see 2 students that have completed their observation report, so I hope that the rest of you have given some time. My hope was that in talking my video last week is that many of you would be pretty close to completed, which most of you are, but I was hoping to see a little bit more observations in, so hopefully you allowed enough time to get that in by this evening. What I'll be doing is I'll be printing off the reports tomorrow afternoon. I won't be using the app on these. What I do is I print out all the reports so that I can see what everybody has, and then I will actually grade them twice. I will look over them once, do some observations. If there is a complete section that has been left off, then I will email that student and give them some direction. Make sure you are watching or that you are reading the email correctly, because I have a certain way that I want you to correctly insert the item that was missed. If you do talk about a topic or a section, that I don't give you that option. It's only if you've missed a whole section that I will tend to give you a chance to get that section put in there. So what it means then is you will want to drop by next fall here after August and pick up that observation. That way you have it. I'll keep it for a semester or 2, and then we'll get rid of it at that point. So anyway, offices in Levenger, come by and pick it up in the fall. You might want to make a note on your calendar to do that. I know once you get done with this class, you'll be ready and probably forget about anything you might want to pick up. Again, it does take 1 to 2 weeks to grade, so bear with me on that. I will try to make sure that by the end of the week I've looked at all of the reports at least once, so that if you do need to add a section that was missing, I will get you that email by the end of the week. So you can go and get that done. And normally I give you about 3 days to update that information and get it back to me via email. Let's see here. I think that's all on last week's items. Let's see here. I do want to say that I enjoyed reading a lot of the discussion board posts. You did a good job of getting your introduction put in, your introductory post by Thursday noon, and many of you already have 2 feedbacks on there. Again, looking over multiple days, so if you've got 2 now but you've only done it over 2 days, you might get in this afternoon or hopefully Sunday and get that taken care of and get that 3rd one put in. But I enjoyed listening to the ones that have experience in this matter and added some actual true stories about what has happened and things in there to help all of us have a better understanding. That's what this whole discussion board is about. So great job there. This week you'll have chapter 13 and 14. You'll have both discussions and quizzes for each chapter. Take your time. Make sure you're looking at these differences. Make sure that you have one of them completed by Thursday. Since this is a 2 chapter week, I'm looking for earlier submissions on the discussion board introductory post, and that way by Thursday evening you should be done with at least one of the posts, and then by Friday probably done with that one post and getting started on the second chapter post. Quizzes, as long as they're both done by Sunday night, you're good there. There are also different rules for ECSE, so make sure and look at ECSE to see the differences, because that is a key for the ECSE part, and we'll get more into that as we get into discussion board. So make sure and read that and do a good job of questioning what the differences are that I'm talking about. That will help you. You want to make sure your DI collection is up to date. You will have this week, and then next week, week 11, those DI, the top 10 lists will be due. So make sure that if you're a little bit behind the DI collection or you haven't shared it with me, that you go ahead and get that done this week so that you can start making sure. And that'll give me a chance that if I don't see some things, I can get on there and I can email you and give you some suggestions before I actually grade what you have on Pinterest. You only have a few weeks, so keep on target. You're doing a great job. Many of you are right there where I think you probably want to be. There's a few of you that are close to getting a higher grade, so keep up getting your 10s on your discussion boards and your 10s on your quizzes, and then hopefully do well with the observation report that you just turned in. I like what I'm seeing there as far as your work habits go. And then you're just going to have, on the following week, you're just going to have chapter 15. That there, let me look back here to make sure I'm not missing anything here. But yes, you're going to have the discussion and quizzes, and then the following week you're going to have the DI collection and the course evaluations due and the discussion, and then you're pretty close to being done. So anyway, quizzes due Sunday night. Make sure over the next couple weeks you get into My Central. You should get an email here in the next probably week telling you about the evaluation for this class. I do look at that each semester and try to update by what the students are saying. That's where we updated the actually the rubric for the observation report was off of some of those items and in discussion with another teachers. So anyway, do a good job there. Keep up the great work. Don't slow down though. You've got 2 chapters this week, so hit it hard. If you're done with your observation, go ahead and get started on the first chapter and get started a little early. Take some time, get things in, but make sure you're organized enough to get both chapters and things done there. Once you get the observation report done, take a little bit of a breather. The following week when we do 15, it'll be much easier. Most of the work will be in, and we'll be going from there. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for being patient with me being gone 2 or 3 days this week. I did try to get on in the morning and reply to most everything that was there. I do have a couple of the assignments that were turned in, the DI lesson plan, that I need to go over today or tomorrow and kind of get those input. There are some problems with the some of the items being taken out, so it's taking me a little more time to grade those appropriately. So anyway, I will let you go. This is a a little bit less of a video, but really after this week there's not as much going on. So hope you're having a good week. Try to stay cool, and I'll see you, watch for emails, and see you next week. Thank you very much.